Hey guys, hey, this is Jason Morris with Real Estate Agents That Really Work. I want to talk to you about what to do when you just have chaos going on. Like you have just every listing is going wrong and all that stuff. The first thing is I got a lot of exciting stuff going on. Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to see something really cool I've got happening, go to jasonmorrisfollowupmaster.net and read what I got going on there. I got a lot of cool things going on the month of February. But what I also have had going on here the last week of January, first week of February is, man, I have had absolute chaos. I've got I had one listing we had under contract and it fallen apart because a guy overdosed in the front yard of the house I was selling. And talk about crazy stuff. The way I found out about it initially was I get a call. And the guy goes, "Hey, Jason, this is a little neighborhood I've sold a lot of houses in, and a lot of them there know me." The guy goes, "Hey, I know you got so and so's house under contract, and he's dead in the front yard." And I go, "What? Like what?" I didn't understand at first. He's dead in the front yard. Well, they called the ambulance, and apparently, and this is secondhand information. Apparently, the guy overdosed in his front yard, and he overdosed. He died. Ambulance come there, popped a needle in his chest, gave him some kind of shot of adrenaline or whatever they do when somebody overdoses on heroin, and he come back to life. And then he goes to the hospital. He stays about 30, 45 minutes, just checks himself out, and goes home. And anyway, long story short, the buyer finds out about it because apparently he knew a lot of people in the neighborhood too. And man, somebody told him about the whole thing. He thinks it's a bad neighborhood. And overall, it's not really a bad neighborhood. It's just when you get 300 or 400 people together, you're going to have, a certain percentage of them, whether it's 1%, is going to be, have some kind of problem or issue, or cops are going to get called every once in a while and stuff. So, so anyway, he got worried about the neighborhood and stuff, and basically, backed out of the deal. Then I had I had another one that was just absolute creative craziest too, and then I got a buyer that he's a good guy. I actually sold a house for him a while back. He's wanting to buy a house. Now he's got cash to buy it. And he's telling me these odd times he can go look, and I'm kind of going, hey, what's up with that? It's he's got like a 2 hour window here and a 2 hour window there and stuff like that. Turns out the guy's on house arrest. He's got an ankle monitor on, and he can only go between certain times to look at houses because that's the only times his probation officer let him leave the house. So that's absolutely crazy. So then I've got a third deal going on that I got the listing. We're starting to get some interest. The market's picking up, it's heating up for the spring and stuff here. And I open up the newspaper and see it's a condo complex, and I see the condo complex, on the front page of the website. And I go, oh man, oh shit, what's happening? Turns out the person that lives a couple doors down from the unit that I'm selling is, man, the husband and wife apparently got in an argument. And actually, I met these people before. I've done a lot of work in this particular community. I actually met these people before. So these are people I know, or kind of at least know of. I'm not friends with them. We're not hanging out. But the wife shot the husband and killed him in the living room. So I'm sure that our rapid pace of showings we're getting are probably going to stop here for a little while. Um, we don't have to disclose that sort of stuff, but it's hard to figure it out. Um, it's a crazy story that's been all over the news and all over the TV. So anyway, so I am at certain times I feel like I am the king of chaos, and I want to tell you what to do when that happens. And what you have to do is number one, you got to stay focused. You get wrapped up in all this stuff, and sometimes you'll have neighbors, you'll have other agents that wrap you up in the drama and stuff that's going on, calling you, asking questions. But the thing is, we're all real estate professionals, and you have to act like a professional. And the thing is, when you have deals fall apart with uncontrolled circumstances, um, it sucks. You got a qualified buyer there that's wanting to buy, you got a seller that's wanting to sell, and then something, random kind of swoops in and the deal falls apart. That's like completely unexpected. I didn't expect anybody to overdose in the guy's front yard, but you know, it could it could happen in any listing. It doesn't matter if it's $1 million neighborhood or a $20,000 neighborhood. So what you have to do in that situation is just stay focused. Don't worry about it. You can't do anything about the situation. You're not a you're not a doctor. You're not a firefighter. At least I don't think you guys are firefighters. You're not a police officer. You can't help with the investigation or nothing. You're a real estate agent. If somebody's house is on fire, if they need a doctor or ambulance, I'm not their person to call. They need to call somebody else, let them sort that out. I only sell houses. And you got to remind yourself of that. But the best way to combat these things and combat craziness is to have a lot of listings and have a lot of pendings and a lot of stuff going on. The more stuff you got pending and the more stuff you got going on, the more insulated you are from that stuff started happening. Now, if this had been my only pending contract going on, and for a lot of agents, man, they're running around like their heads on fire because man, they're upset because hey, they needed that paycheck. This is devastating that this deal fell through. For me, I got a ton of things pending. I got a ton of things being shown. I mean, if we had to take this listing off the market or I lost the listing, hey, it don't matter. And that's the thing with anything. If you got a difficult seller, the best way to deal with difficult sellers that you just cannot get along with is to just fire the client. And there's a lot of people that disagree with me, but if you got two listings, one difficult seller, you're going to bend over backwards for because that one seller represents 50% of your inventory. Now, if you got 20 listings, that one seller represents 5% of your inventory. 5%, more than 5% of your inventory ain't going to sell anyway. If they're difficult, they're overpriced, they got problems and issues they want you to work around, just say, hey, man, sorry, I can't help you. I can't help you. It's best that we part ways. And, I've had situations where I've had to do that where, man, they were calling me 10, 15 times a day. They just had very unrealistic expectations even after I set certain expectations for them. So, but the number one best way is to have a lot of listings and have a lot of things pending. Have your pipeline as full as you can be. And this is why, too, I tell people, don't get comfortable, don't get complacent. You got to make calls and go on appointments every week because what's going to happen, the more appointments you're going on, the better you're going to get, the higher your confidence is going to be, more listings you're going to get, and all that stuff. But the other thing is that if you if you go, man, I got 10 listings or I got 4 or 5 deals pending, I'm good, and you get lazy and you don't go on appointments for 2 or 3 weeks, what happens is you start getting rusty. Your skills aren't as sharp, your scripts aren't as sharp, the way you're overcoming objections and stuff isn't as sharp. So you have to constantly practice, constantly, get comfortable being uncomfortable. I mean, there's people's houses I go in sometimes, and man, I'm not comfortable being there. I'm not comfortable looking around their house. Their house is nasty, whatever it is. You have to get used to being. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Is the best way to describe it. But guys, if you got a lot of chaos going on in your business, you got listings, listing agreements falling apart. You got buyer agreements falling apart. You got contracts falling apart. You got people screaming at you and stuff. Send me a message, man. I'll try to help you out. I'm looking for agents in select markets to work with me. And if you think that's something you're interested in, or you got some absolute chaos going on, just hit me up on Facebook and let me know. I'll give you some advice on how I would handle it. But typically the best way to handle it is just have a lot of business going on. So guys, if you're looking for more business, you need more lead sources. And Red-X is if you call and tell them I sent you, Red-X will waive the $150 sign up fee. Plus they've got some package deals. They've got other things going on, and And ZBuyer also is offering my group real estate agents that really work a 20% discount. I think ZBuyer is a fantastic source of leads. Plus, my book is still out there on Amazon, 53 Strategies to Get More Listings. And guys, I hope you guys have a great day. And look here, if you got problems going on in your business right now, you got contracts falling through, man, you got more reason than anybody to get on the phone today and set more appointments. Anyway, guys, have a great day.